All right, fifth graders, it's time to do a little bit of practice on what we learned today. So today you had Unit 2, Lesson 2 notes, and you should definitely have those completed before doing this with me. This isn't something that you're gonna have to turn in to me, so you can go ahead and complete these problems either on some scrap paper, you can use your whiteboard, or if you wanted to, you could write these out in your spiral to have them. We will end up doing some practice in class that you'll be able to add to your spiral notebook. But today it's just kind of making sure that you understood the main points of the lesson. Okay, so again, right now you can either have scrap paper and a pencil, you could have your whiteboard, you could be doing these in your spiral, just so long as you're practicing along. Okay, so the first thing that we talked about today was how to verbally represent a number that's in standard form. Standard form just means the regular old number, right? And we want to be able to say the numbers correctly. So you're going to want to have your place value chart handy. This one from page 4 in your notes, the one that tells us all the different places. That's going to help us. So here's the first one, and I want you to look at this number, and I want you to think about how you would say it. Now, if you want, you can write out the words of how you would say it, or you can just say it out loud, and then we'll see if you're correct. And you can be pausing me in between. I'm not going to try to rush you or anything. I just don't need to leave long, uncomfortable pauses between everything. So the idea here is each time you see a problem, you would press pause. You're going to try to say it. You're going to press play to see if you're right. All right, so in this, I see that there's a comma right here. So the number right in front of the comma tells me what place to say. So I would read this chunk as 333,456. This 3 is in the thousands place, so this would be 333,456. All right, here's the next one. Go ahead and pause it. Think about how you would say it. Okay, the number in front of this comma, I would read that as 8,909,873. 8,909,873. For our next one, here's my first chunk. 654,234,890. 654,234,890. All right, our last one like this, not our last one altogether, but our last one like this. Take a look at that, think about how you would say it. Okay, my first chunk, 12 billion. This 2 is in the billions place. So 12,209,358,072. Notice again, there's no and in any of these because none of these have decimals in them. And means that there's a decimal point. So 12,209,358,072. And you can be looking at your place value chart if you forget, like, which place is this? Count the number of digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is in the 10th one over. And you can use this to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 over to find that place. Once you do that enough times, you'll begin to have those places memorized. All right, the next thing that we learned how to do was to look at the place and value of an underlined digit in a number. So we're going to try that. So for this number, number 5, I want you to look at this, and then on your whiteboard or scrap paper or in your spiral, I want you to write down this number, underline that 6, and then off to the side, I want you to tell me what place that 6 is in and how much it is worth. And then you can press pause until you're ready. All right, welcome back. This 6 is in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s place. So for the place, you should have written 10,000s. So that means this is not worth 6. This means it's 6 10,000s. So if you have 10,000 6 times, that would be 60,000. And basically it's a 6 with all those zeros. All right, here's your next one. Look at that. I want you to do the same thing. Press pause. Write down what place that's in and how much it's worth. All right, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions. So this is in the 10 millions place. That means it's not worth 2. It's worth 2 10 millions. So if you have 10 million twice, that would be 20 million. So there's 20, and then we see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits left there. I want to make sure that I have 20 million. All right, next one. Go ahead and press pause. Okay, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So this 2 is in the 100 millions place. That means it's worth 200 million. I'm going to keep that 2, and basically all the rest of these digits just get replaced with 0, because that's how much the 2 is worth. So I see 1, 2 after that, and then I see 3 and another chunk of 3. Okay, let's keep going. The next thing you had to do was you had to write numbers in word form. So I have this number right here. What I'd like for you to do is on your whiteboard or on your scrap paper or in your spiral, I would like for you to write out the words for this. And remember, those commas are really helpful. You read the number just as it is, and then whatever place that digit is in that's right before the comma, that's what you say after it. So press pause, write that down, press play when you're ready. All right, when I look at this first chunk here, I see 106, not 106. There's no decimal point in there, so just 106. So I'm going to write 106. And this isn't worth 106, right? It's 106, and this 6 is in the thousands place, so I'm going to say 106,000. That's the first chunk. Now I put my comma in. And the second part of this is 214. And that's actually worth 214. This 4 is in the ones place, so now I can write 214. All right, we're gonna try another one. So again, press pause. Okay. My first chunk here, all I see in front of that comma is a 1, so I'm gonna write 1. Now I have to say 1 what? So what place is this 1 in? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, billions. So this is 1 billion. Now in this next chunk, I see 310. So I'm gonna write that first, 310. And it's not actually worth 310 because it's not over here. So 310 what? I'm gonna look at what place this digit right in front of the comma is in. And again, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. So 310 million. Put your comma. Now we look at this next chunk. This next chunk is 108. 108. And it's not worth 108 because it's not over here. So 108 what? This 8 is in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands place. So 108,000. And when we look at our last little chunk here, that's worth 7. So I just write the word 7. So this would be 1,310,108,007. All right, last one like this. We have this digit right here. I'm not going to say it because then you'll know what to write, but press pause when you're ready. Right, in this first chunk, I see the number 15, so I'm going to write 15. I know it's not worth 15 though because it's not in this section, so I'm going to look at where this 5 is at because that's the number right in front of the comma. And this 5 is in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands place. So I'm going to say 15. Oh, I shouldn't have put a comma there. 15,000. Now I'll put a comma. And this last chunk just says 398. So 15,398. The 98 does get a dash between it. Okay, one more little section here. In this last section, I'm gonna give you the words and I want you to write the number in standard form, okay? So here are the words. Check that out, press pause, try to write out that number on your whiteboard or your scrap paper, whatever you're working on. Okay, so first off, I see 8,000. So I know that I have to have an 8 in the thousands place, right? So I'm gonna kind of set myself up here. So I have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So 8 would go right there. And there's a comma, there's my comma. And the second part says 217, 217. So this is what you should have, 8,217. All right, here's your next one. Go ahead and press pause and write that out. Okay, this says 6 million. So if you look at your place value chart here, we see that the millions, if I have 6 millions, that means I want that 6 to be in the millions place. I'm gonna need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits in my answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits, and then count 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So if I have 6 million, there it is, there's my comma. 900,000, and yep, this zero is in the thousands place, 2. Now if I just have 2, that means I need 0, 0, 2, so that is worth 2 ones. So this is 6,900,002. All right, last one. Press pause. Write it out. Okay, for 80 billion, when I look at my chart here, I see the billions right here, and if I have 80 billion, that means I'm gonna have to have an 80 in this spot. So I need both of these, so that means my answer is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 digits long. So I'm gonna draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. All right, so 80 billion, that zero's in the billions place. 14 million means I need 0, 1, 4, so that this 4 is in the millions place. 6,000 means I need 0, 0, 6, because the 6 should be in the thousands place. And then 180 looks like that. So 80 billion, 14 million, 6,000, 180. All right, you are all done with your math. Good job.